Close enough. Welcome back, Vertical Slabs. Man, oh man, Mo, you ain't cooked with this one, folks. Snapshot 25. Just introduce some heat. We got copper golem statues. Lightning rods now range from bad to good, and we have and today I want to talk about them. Yeah, you could swap stuff around your inventory and power them to swap out sets of slots serendipitously, but today we're going to focus on it purely as a decorative block. I got 13 different examples of how you can use them in your world. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Starting out with display number 1, we have a collection of chairs. Using the shelves on the ends of stairs, you can make a cute little corner sofa, or as the back of a chair with some signs on the side. My personal favorite though is using cut copper slabs with the birch shelves. It reminds me of a nice little sofa that I sat on in like 2012 in a hotel lobby, and I haven't forgotten it since. And of course, if you want a too wide chair, you just put 2 stairs facing into each other with a couple shelves on the back side. And we'll talk more about these textures later. I'm a big fan and I have a lot to say about them, but for right now, let's move right along to display room number 2 boasts a nice collection of tables and bed ends. Putting a shelf on either end of a trapdoor or a couple slabs makes for an excellent place to put your odds and ends. Display number 3 is actually the first thing that I thought of when I saw these new shelves, and that's bookcases. I love the way that birch and jungle shelves and trapdoors really match chiseled bookshelves, and I think this is a great way to make any library pop. Display number 4 is a combination of the previous 3 ideas, where we have a little chair, we have a table in front of the shelves to make a cute little study. And a small bonus, I think dark oak shelves make an excellent grandfather clock. And speaking of grandfather, I actually grandfathered you guys in earlier by talking about the backsides of these shelves. I think these textures are so unique, and they're very much going to become a staple in my future builds. You can actually see in many of these rooms that I already utilize the backsides of the shelves to create some really interesting textures. You might be thinking, hey, those picture and door frames look mighty interesting. Did they add those in the snapshot as well? And sadly, no. I just really enjoy working with display entities, and these are something I created in 1.21.6 before updating my world to the snapshot. And display number 6, we got pedestals and pots. It used to be that we would throw trapdoors around a grass block to create a little indoor plant, but I think using shelves creates a more cylindrical? Yeah, that sounds right. A more cylindrical aesthetic. Ugh, and this dry grass that they added is so peak. In a recent video, I talked about how I use wheat as dry grass, but I think this is going to be an excellent addition to that kind of dry and crackly palette. And behind display number 7, which I preemptively apologized for, did you know that you can use shelves as shelves? Again, excellent tables. I love using shelves as like a pot for this honey. But the shelves holding all of these bottles and all these blocks are really what I'm in here for. And it's this aesthetic that actually inspired one of the future displays that I wanted to show. So I thought I would, just show how to use shelves as, well, shelves. My one complaint is the items feel a little odd on the shelves. I'm not sure if I entirely like how they're displayed. Maybe I'd like it better if they were bottom aligned. But until then, I think that these suit their job just fine. And behind display number 8, we have trouble. I don't know if you've noticed a theme, but I've been trying to use at least one of every shelf type in these builds. And cherry wood, well, I detest cherry wood. And I detest children, so I thought this would make a wonderful combination. And I'm calling this guy Trouble because getting him to look forward was an almost impossible task. Get back here! Pool cribs aside, moving right along, in door number 9, we have Horbs. Okay, that was fun. Behind door number 10, I'm showing a little bit more of how to use items inside of the shelves to make it pop a little bit more. Right here we have a jukebox with 3 complementing discs, of course, if you need to play it. And over here we actually have a little gumball machine. And hoppers do take items out of shelves, so right here we actually power the hopper, so it doesn't, remove all of my gumballs. I don't think you'd want to eat any of these, but options for people. And of course, nice chairs. And display number 11. You know how when I showed you the shelves as, well, shelves earlier and I said that they inspired a future aesthetic? I think that the back sides of these shelf textures work really well for static doors. And by static doors, of course, I mean doors that don't really have a purpose, just decorative. Pressing these buttons doesn't do anything deserved. So if you're ever hoping to make a big castle or anything, I think big doors like this go unbelievably hard. Which brings us to door number 12. Going inside, we find a ship. I think the tiny extra depth that these shelves have over trapdoors makes it so you can create smaller, more flowy shapes. And of course, these copper golem statues, I'm such a huge fan. I won't lie though, I did vote the sniffer. That was my vote. And silly ships aside, let's show you what we have behind this very last door, and that's none other than my very own office. Completely revamped with shelves to add a little extra pop. I have an armor set up here, we have our own beautiful little tables here, some fancy chairs, beautiful bookshelves, really everything that you could possibly want. We even have shelving way up there. But what you don't know is this room holds a secret. If you jump on top of this table, jump on top of the fireplace, onto this shelf, onto this bookcase, onto this shelf, we actually come across a door. And what's behind this door, you might ask? Well, only what I've really been working on. Meet the bare bones of the ritual, a mini game I started way back in 2023. This is just a brief sneak peek, but I'm happy to say this game will be available to the public the second it's done. And while life isn't entirely bad, I have found it increasingly hard to find time to record. But my hope is that the ritual will be finished sometime in the near future. Maybe I'll be able to add shelves to it when it finally comes out, huh? Appreciate you for taking the time to watch my little presentation. Stay safe out there, folks. Peace.